What up, Source here. So the reason I'm making another video is I wanted to talk about that memory cell that I made again and to really put it in perspective of how compact it is. This is that same one that I showed you guys earlier today, and like I said, it's the L shape, the little 3x3, but this is a 16-bit, 16 data bits by 8 register spots, or 8 addresses. And that's literally as compact as it is for 16 bits. If this was 8 register spots and only half of that, I mean, it would just be so small of a space that it would take up. And when it comes to big computers or things that you're doing where you use a lot of data or a lot of bus lines, I think this would be really efficient just because of the fact that, I mean, it's not that long of a delay. I mean, this is 16 bits, so we're looking at an 8-tick delay to update the 16 bits. But I mean, that's not that long when you take in context that you could time it out in a way that it really wouldn't affect you that much, because when it comes to busing, it's going to take all your stuff a certain amount of time to get from point A to point B with as big as these are. So to go from your CPU to your RAM, or even that, if you had your CPU right here, it still would not take that long to update this. I mean, this is literally like a pattern effect. Each one of these spots, each one of those spots is literally the memory cell itself, and then all the other stuff is just stuff that makes it work. But this is the memory cell itself. I mean, it's not very bad. So I mean, and it works great. If I was going to do something like this, so we got 111101, and then put it in, we'll say put it in 5, and it's already updated. To read that, it would just click on 5, right? I'm not sure. Yeah. And so that would be, our answer. Like I said, I just wanted to put it. I built another one, a bigger one, so that it could actually put it into perspective on how compact it actually is. I can only take credit for the read portion of it. The write portion, like I said, was that Astro Gamer guy is the guy that I seen that posted this. I don't know who's the original designer, if he's even the original designer or not, but that's where I got it from. That part right there. But the read portion of it to go with it to make it and still be just as compact, this was designed by me. And I don't know if I'm the first person to come up with this design, but I didn't find any videos on it. What he used, the one video I did find is what he used was command blocks, and I didn't want to go through and do a bunch of command block writing, because that's a lot of tedious work writing. Whereas this you could do, the way I'm using it right now is I just copy it in MC Edit and then make stacks of copies of it over and over and over again. That's a lot easier. And even if you were to build this individually in survival mode, this would be really easy to utilize for memory. But again, I just wanted to clarify that. Well, that's enough for me. Hopefully that helps you. One thing I do want to note, though, is you have to get these timings down on this for this to work properly. And what I mean by that is this has to be a long enough pulse for the torch to recognize it and go on. And being that has to be so long, the observer, depending on your update, it'll make 2 updates. So your output update, which is I have a 4 tick, has to be long enough so that the two updates don't clash whenever it gets to wherever you're sending the data. So I'm using a T flip-flop right here, and then my next step would probably be, this would probably be just like a general register, and then a line that would enable all at once to send all the signals all at once somewhere else. So, but just notate that you have to have a way to, because enabling and disabling will send two signals out of this observer, and you only want to be able to use half of that. So that's something to look out for if you would ever use this design. So but now I'm going to get out of here. Have a good one.